and wear my apron and bake my bread and have my morning coffee on the back deck every day, watching my chickens. Like, that's my dream world. Amish. A Mennonite. Without the religious part.
It's like my nightmare.
Little blackbird sitting in the window. Little blackbird, listen to me cry. Little blackbird sitting in the window. What shall I do?
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to EmiSunshine's channel. I'm here with her, and today we are going to just put on makeup and chat.
Yeah. And I'm here with Cherish Hope Photography, who has been amazing to work with for like over, how long has it been now? Like
We're coming in July, 2 years.
2 years? Oh my God, It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
It feels like it's only been like a minute since we started like
Working together. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're best friends.
Here we are.
So, first of all, nobody judge us in the comments because neither one of us are professional makeup artists. It's just what we do for ourselves.
No.
So, Em, how did we meet?
Well, we first started talking online. I think I liked like a couple of your like photos and stuff and commented.
Yes.
And then like we just started talking and you invited me to come to the studio and we started talking there. And
You know what's funny? When you very first followed my my business page,
yeah.
we weren't personal friends.
No, we weren't personal.
Yeah,
friends.
so you didn't
I didn't
know that I posted. One of these days, if it pops up on my Facebook memories, I will absolutely share it and show it to you. I screenshotted where you were following me, and I posted it to Facebook, and I was like, guys, EmiSunshine follows me. You can't tell me anything now.
Oh my God.
Because, fun fact for anybody who does not know, I actually was at the way you even like got your very first start, like where you became famous.
Yeah.
Was the viral video from
like
the flea market.
Yeah, like 20,
and I was there.
13, 14.
I had no idea I was there. We were just at the flea market because I lived in Sweetwater and you lived in Madisonville, but you would come to the Sweetwater flea market.
Yeah.
And you were performing all the time, and I just came across if we were just walking around.
But yeah, it wasn't really like...
No, I didn't know you, didn't know anything about you. I just remember seeing you and I was like, oh my God, that little girl is so cute and like she is so good. That was my first thought.
Oh.
And then when it went viral, and the next time I saw you in the flea market, and then the next time I saw you, it was on the Today Show.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. That was wild. So like I've always known who you were, but like I'm not like one of your little super fans you got going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a fan, just not like a giant super fan.
Yeah, like I get that.
But yeah, so but I still knew you well enough to be excited over the fact that you were following me.
Well, yeah,
I was thrilled.
I mean, I was thrilled to find like somebody around here that, that just seemed to have like such a cool style within their photos, and I felt like we would work great together. I just thought so.
Go ahead, stroke this ego.
I will. I will.
You do. You are very good about that. Honestly, you're one of those people that you're really good at like making other people around you feel good about themselves.
Oh, I love to. It's my favorite thing in the world. Oh my God,
You're
I was
good
at
at it.
Shoney's the other day. I was at Shoney's, and there was this woman in the bathroom, and she was fixing her hair, and she was like almost crying. Like she was just really upset, and she was having a hard time, and she saw me waiting to like use the sink, and she said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way. I'm having a really hard day. I didn't get to fix my hair this morning before work. My makeup's all messed up."
Did she work at Shawnee's?
Yeah, she worked there.
Oh, okay.
And I should have specified that. She worked there, and she was like, "My hair's all a mess in the back. I can't see it." And I was like, "Well, let me look at it." And she turned around, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Your hair looks great. Your makeup looks great. There's nothing wrong with how you look. You look amazing. I love your earrings."
See, that's adorable.
Like, it isn't. Yeah, it takes a minute to make somebody feel good, like when they're feeling that way. So,
for sure.
Yeah, like it's just such a good. And it feels good for you too, which is obviously not the reason to do it, but
no,
it does feel good to make somebody else feel good.
Of course. Honestly, that's probably why you and I kind of got along and bonded really quickly, is because that's basically what my job is.
Yeah.
And so we both have, you and I both have like really similar belief systems on pretty much everything, really.
Yeah. It's so funny how
like
I don't think we've disagreed upon anything.
No.
Isn't that
Not ever.
weird?
No, I don't think so. No. I don't
It feels
think
so weird to say that, but yeah, I mean, we just align with like our own views. So yeah, I think that I think that really helps. You know, just when I first got to know you, I was like, oh yeah, definitely, this is gonna be easy.
I won't lie. The day that you and your mom came in here, the very first time when you met with me to decide, you know, like what kind of photo shoot we were doing or like how much we were going to be doing it and all that stuff, I was pooping my pants.
Why?
I was so nervous.
Why
I literally was like calling people. I was like, guys, I'm panicking.
Why were you panicking?
I won't even forget it. It was raining that day. I was so freaking scared. I was.
I remember it raining that day. I remember getting out of the car and I was like, oh my God, this is awful.
Yeah, and I don't know what I was expecting to happen. Like, I didn't know. Because when you see people on TV, like, you never know how they're going to be in real life, right?
No, you never.
So I didn't know what to expect.
I could have been awful. Imagine if I walked in here.
That's what I was worried about. I was worried.
Evil.
Well, this was the other thing I was worried about, too, is because, you know, I'm self-taught. So I was just like,
yeah.
What if she comes in and she thinks I'm trash?
No, how could I?
You could have.
How could I, though? There's no way.
You could have. You could have. So that was my biggest concern, is I was like really, really worried that you were going to come in here and be like.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I was nervous.
I don't blame you.
But no, you came in, you and your mom were really good, and like you guys had kind of like a really good vision for what you wanted. And that first photo shoot, me and Emily both, we were sitting in here before you guys came in, and I was like, I'm about to throw up. She was like, I won't lie, I'm pretty nervous. We were nervous because I didn't want to disappoint you. Once I met you and I realized like I really liked you, I didn't want to disappoint you.
You definitely could. No, you're not going to disappoint me.
I could have.
And you haven't. Like, it's always been really, like, except for the one time you poked me in the eye.
I knew you were going to bring it up. One time, so there's been a few times that if you guys look on some of the live shows, if you see a vlog, more than likely I did her makeup for the show.
Yeah.
The very first time I ever did her makeup for the show, I jabbed her down. Remember when I said I wasn't a professional makeup artist? I'm not. I just kind of, sort of know what I'm doing enough to like.
I jab myself in the eye all the time, so it's fine. Like with
Yeah, but I poked you hard.
It's okay.
I said,
it happens.
Not that hard. I was almost in tears. And now every time I do her makeup, I'm like, yeah, well, I stabbed you in the eye. I bring it up every single time.
I know you do.
Every single time. I have to.
Well,
That's my penance.
It was hilarious.
That's my penance for jabbing you in the eyeball.
Can I use your eyebrow pencil? Because
which one? I got 3.
I might use
I got this
whichever one is not too dark.
They're all, well, I bought them all for the same eye color for me and you.
Oh my God.
They're all the same. Yep. This is the one this is the one I just use. It's just a little bit of gel and a thing. This one is the one that does like the hair strokes.
Oh, yeah. I'm not ready for that.
And then that one's just a little smudgy thing.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
This is what I'm used to.
The only reason I volunteered to do your makeup anyway is because I was going to half the time be out on the road with you all. Because my husband, look at my shirt, Dibs on the guitarist. My husband is her guitar player now. So I'm going to be there with John anyway. And a lot of times if we're on the road and her show photographer is not there, then I fill in because I'm already there. So, and then I was just like, I could do your makeup. Because she's like, I'm really the best at makeup. She's like, I don't really like doing that. So I was like, I can do it. So I can do it okay, but I'm learning. And I have damaged you multiple times.
Hey, honestly, I probably would have done worse.
So the other day I tried to do her makeup and I spun you around. I knew I was messing up. I was like, I even said to you, I was like, I'm screwing these eyebrows up. And you were like, what? Let me see. And I spun her. She goes, oh God.
They were so dark, but it was, it's
Well, we
easy.
start with brows. So if you mess them up.
I swear anybody who does my brow, like, don't ever go like with my natural brow line. Like it's awful.
Well, and you are like a little anomaly because you've got really dark hair, and you do have dark brow hairs, but you don't have a lot of brow.
Yeah.
So you're very light browed with dark hair. So if you make the brow match the hair, it looks like too much.
That's why I always have to like
barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. How do we always talk about your eyebrows?
I don't know why. It's because they're always like this. 24/7.
You turn around, it's always like this.
It's always like this. They were even worse when I was a kid. I had people who would comment on my videos and be like, where's her eyebrows? They're non-existent most of the time. Like when I was little, they were even lighter. They were light, not dark at all.
You're like, I ain't got any.
And I had a scar that was like bad right here.
So then you look like an abused child.
No, I had like this weird little scar that I got from like when I was a child. I don't know what I did, but I was under a couch at one point, and I don't know how to explain this, but I scraped my eyebrow against something, and it's been there ever since.
Under a couch?
How
did you fit?
Don't
I was about to say, how did you fit? This is an optical illusion. I have her in a chair that is tall.
I am tall now.
I'm like 5'7", and Emmy is
5 foot.
with shoes on.
No, I am. I swear.
Anyway, yeah, she's itty bitty, so I've actually got her kind of propped up, so this is an optical illusion. I am not actually shorter than her. I'm like way taller than her. Like when we're walking around
Stop.
like when we walked in to get coffee, I'm like looking at the top of your head.
Well, yeah.
You're tiny. I don't think that was another thing too. I knew you were little, but I didn't realize like how tiny you were until I met you in person.
You know how like Fish used to go with us on the road all the time?
Yeah.
For like a year, like we were working with him, playing as a rhythm guitarist, and every time we go to a venue, he'd go in first and he'd talk to like the sound guy and be like, "Oh yeah, she's like really, really tall, so you might want to bring that mic up as much as you can. She's a lot taller than people think she is." And then I walk in and I go up to the mic and it's all the way up here.
Of course he did.
And then I'm looking around and the sound guy's looking at him like, what the heck, you know?
Yeah, if you guys don't know who Fish is, he's actually producing your new album, right?
He is Fish Fisher. I've worked with him since like 2013, which is crazy to think. I went to the Smoky Mountain Songwriters Festival, which was run by a friend of ours named Cindy, who has since passed. But she ran this festival, and I met him there as a child working on songwriting, and he was willing to, you know, work with me on a lot of that. And that ended up, you know, kind of forming that relationship there, and we just kept writing until one day he was like, "Hey, I want to produce an album on you. Do you want to do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
And I've heard it, and it's good.
It's on its final, like...
You're on the final countdown.
Yeah, final
toward
countdown.
the end. Do you know when, have you for sure set a date of when it's going to come out?
June 13th.
I'm personally excited. I've heard you play one of the songs out.
Yes, I've been very particular about, like, what I'm playing out, too, because, like, used to, I would have been like, "Oh, I just wrote this song yesterday, and I'm gonna, you know, play it out as soon as possible," but with this album, I wanted to hold back these things so people can have a fresh new sound and, you know, not have something they already heard.
And that was so like when we met, one of the craziest things, like, so I did the photo shoot for her for Sideshow, and I'm kind of a little bit crazy. So I've never shot a documentary before, but I was like, "Hey, what if I shot you a documentary?" Don't know what I'm doing, but I was like, "What if we did?"
I was like, "Yeah." And
we've never released it. It's literally just sitting in the archives. Like, I don't even know why we didn't. Like, I think we all just kind of got busy and it just never happened, but it's done. So we shot this documentary, and it was literally just for Sideshow. And that's how I met Fish.
Yes, that's the first time you met Fish.
Mm-hmm, that's the first time. And he's the funniest person, I swear.
And I mean, if anybody was actually interested in, like, seeing that documentary, like, I would love to be able to put that out. Like,
yeah, comment down in the comments if you want to see the documentary.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know before it's too late and I have a new album out and I have that to talk about.
Yeah, because you recently did a really big interview about this new album, didn't you?
I did, which is to be determined when that's coming out. Like, it's in the air at the moment, but I'm so excited. Like, to talk about this because I got to, have a one-on-one conversation with Fish and a buddy of ours called Scott Southworth. He's great. He was a great interviewer. It was easy to work with him, and yeah, it was just a really informal kind of conversation that just didn't really need a lot of editing and a lot of just a lot of work in general. We just wanted to make sure that it was as authentic to me and not really kind of putting on, so.
That's my favorite thing that has come from this album, because I know it's not out yet or anything, but like since I've known you, the one thing that I have noticed is that this one feels more like you're coming into your own and less like you're just, I don't know. This feels more like Emily and less like EmiSunshine. Does that make sense?
You're so right, honestly. It feels, it's definitely more me. Like that is the main thing I wanted to accomplish with this album, and just showing that, hey, I don't have to have like just stories about, characters that I come up with. I have actual thoughts about my own life that I want to share with you, the audience.
Yeah.
And being less, closed off with that. So that's kind of what I'm wanting to accomplish, is just showing my actual personality with you.
Yeah, I've noticed like even on social media and stuff that you've been a little bit more open, a little bit more you. It's more your personality and a lot less of the performer, EmiSunshine. It's more of like that you're at home, your personal thoughts.
Yeah.
I like that better.
I'm not putting on as much.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I definitely had like a problem with that, like in the past, mostly because I blame it on the autism.
You said I blame it on the autism, baby.
I do, because it's like
I blame a lot on my ADHD.
Because I do. I put on like a mask most of the time.
Yeah, they even call it masking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I try to do that less and less. I mean, you even notice as we go along with this this informal kind of interview that I don't really, I won't be as like, stiff. Yeah.
One thing you don't know about her, which you could probably guess just by watching her, this is the nicest person you're going to ever meet in your life. She will never be mean. And I hate that about her. I'm like, if I make you mad, tell me. No, but like if you hate something, say it.
I have a hard time with that.
I tell her all the time, be mean to me.
I have a really hard time with that. Be mean to me.
Why?
I don't know. I always have. It's just like some kind
I'll be mean for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always been that way. I always think like, I don't know, whenever I am around other people, I want to make them feel the best in the moment, rather than, trying to.
But not at the sacrifice of yourself.
No, I don't want to do that at all.
But that's what you do.
Sometimes.
That is what you do. Sometimes. I have seen you suck it up when you've been annoyed by something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, and you have gotten better. I will say you have gotten better about like
speaking.
Speaking
up.
Well, and I also think that comes with just age too.
It does. Yeah, you realize when the moment is right to do so.
Right.
Like yeah. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't.
Well, I just have to give you a compliment too. You're also one of the most professional people I've ever met in my life.
Thank you.
Like you keep an air of professionalism that I could never. Like, could never.
That's sweet of you.
Yeah, like, even when you're dealing with the boys, like, my husband, she's, like, so professional with him and so loving with him.
Well, it's just so easy.
Not me.
It's easy with y'all. I'm telling you. Like, it's not something I have to work at.
No.
Yeah, it's super easy with you. And I think
it's because we both got a spicy brain.
Yeah. Probably.
We understand each other. We both have spicy brains. She has autism. I have ADHD.
Exactly. You have that on them big jobs.
You won't need that on a shirt.
I do. I really want that on a shirt. I need to do that.
Speaking of shirts and stuff, are you going to do merch for the new album, or are you going to nix it for right now?
Well, I'm actually planning on doing merch for the album. My main thing I want to do is like, I don't want to do as much of like me, like my face on things. Yeah,
but more like art?
Yeah, more art. I really want to be able to give people a shirt that they can wear any day without it being like, oh, well, this is EmiSunshine. This is just EmiSunshine merch. I want it to
You don't want to let me walk you around with you on my chest?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. It feels so weird to me. I don't know why, but
I love to give you so much crap. When we were in Nashville, I kept trying to tell her that I wanted to like scream out into the crowd and tell them to come see her show.
I was like, no.
She was like, don't do that. I was like, please. But what if they came? What if they wanted to come? What if they would want to see an EmiSunshine show?
Maybe
but they just didn't know that it was going to be there.
Yeah.
And I was just telling them.
Well, you know.
You ever thought about that?
No, I haven't.
You should have. You should have let me yell.
Well, I'm not going to.
You're like, you're not doing that.
No.
Stop right now. Behave yourself.
I'm always, anything like that in public, I'm automatically
I know,
like,
you get, I know.
No.
I'm excited about this album coming out. I actually have 3 favorite songs on it.
Oh, tell me. You can mention them.
I can?
You can mention names.
She's going to let me tell you. Number 1 would be Ellie, for the reason behind the song. That's sad. It's like, George Jones, he stopped loving her today. We all love a good sad song. This is a really sad song. This one will break your heart. That one's sad. So I love that for the sadness. And then I really, really, really love Raising Cain.
I know you do.
For the vocal stem.
Raising Cain.
I love that part. I walk around the house doing it, and the kids are like, Mama, please. And I'm like, I have to do it.
I have to do it.
I have to do it. And it gets stuck. Every time you perform it, it gets stuck in my head so bad.
No, I swear, like, whenever we're around each other, we do that too. Like, the moment that she, like, sings anything, I'm like, oh, I have to do that too.
Not just singing, like, we make noises.
Yeah.
And that's weird. It's the tism.
It's the tism.
It's the tism and the ADHD. No, and then the third one would be, I think the third one would probably be Now You Know.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you loved that
I cried
one.
the first time I listened to it.
Really?
Yes. Honestly, because I'm so proud of you. Like, it made me cry.
That makes me so
I love
happy.
that song.
I'm so excited for that song to come out.
I can't wait for you to do a music video to that.
Oh, me
I know you
too.
said not on the nose, but
yeah, definitely.
I want it to be.
I know you do.
You know me, I'm going to be like, on the nose, do it. But is there, what's your favorite? And I know it's hard to pick a favorite song because these are all your babies.
Honestly.
But you have to have a favorite.
My favorite is, okay, it is very hard for me.
Top 3.
Like top 3. Okay.
That'll make it easier.
That'll make it easier. Yeah, definitely Ellie. Like, is up there. Like, really up there for me.
When you hear the song, you're going to cry. It's sad. The story behind it is so freaking sad. Like, I can't even hardly talk about it too long because it will make me cry. Like, that day that you came in here, she came into a photo shoot one time and she had her guitar with her. And I was like, you should show the girls the song. Because we had some models in here, and I was like, you should show the girls the song. And, like, she gave the explanation. She played it, and, I mean, like, the silence in this room was deafening.
Oh, yeah. It was. It was very sweet.
It was very intense.
It was really sweet, too.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, I love that people resonate with it,
It's...
I mean,
we all love a good cry.
I hate that people resonate with it, but I love that it can be something that they can find comfort in.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so happy about your
pain.
problems and pain. Like, no. Please don't
I
do
hope
that.
you feel bad. It's good for songwriting. So Ellie, you love. What else?
Ellie, and honestly, coming up second would probably be Last Supper because it's just so me.
Listen, I've not heard it in a while, right? The only thing I've heard is just like the only thing that I've heard is like the beginning parts where it's still scratch vocals. I've never heard like the real thing.
Oh, it's like,
I've never heard the real thing. John keeps coming home and he's like, I can't wait for you to hear Last Supper. He's like, it's so hard.
Good.
He's like, it's so hard. It's so good. He's like, it's like a punch in the mouth. And I'm like, oh my God.
It is.
I can't wait. So I've not heard it.
My favorite thing, like when writing that melody, like there's one part in it. It's like, if I set the table, will they have the hunger? Like, doing,
what a show
like,
off.
No.
Go ahead.
No, but whenever like writing a melody like that and kind of, it was way out of my comfort zone too.
Yeah.
And I loved the song after it was done. And I love the lyrics so much because they really resonate with me as an artist, which I didn't really get to be that selfish before, like with, just talking about myself, because most of the time I was, writing about some story or anything else. This album really just shows more how I'm feeling now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is there what's your third one?
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
I was about to move on. I was like, next thing I want to ask you, because we don't know what each other are going to ask each other. Just in case you're wondering, This is not staged. We're just putting on makeup and yapping. No. Professional yappers.
No. No, I really think that my favorite so far, like, with the third and everything, like, it has to be Miss This Town right at this moment. Mostly because, oh my gosh, the harmonies are so good. And the way that it's, just the arrangement is just so solid. And the lyrics are, like,
smart alecky.
So, yeah, smart alecky. But they're also, I feel like they can relate to a lot of people, so.
Yeah, that's one thing about you is like, I at the beginning of this, I was like, oh yeah, you're just like the nicest person. You are the nicest person, but you're an undercover butthole.
Yeah.
You can be such a jerk and I love it. But it's not like a jerk in a mean way.
No.
Don't get me wrong. It's never a jerk in a mean way.
I'm just sarcastic.
You're so sassy, bro. I love your sassy, petty behavior. It makes it just feeds something in my dark soul. I love it so much.
Oh my God.
And you don't show that a lot, but I love when you're sassy.
I don't show it a lot. I don't. But when I do, it's there.
It's there. It's like all over the place.
It's a moment.
She is the moment. Is there a song on the album that you're nervous about putting out?
Oh my God.
Is there anybody that you're like nervous about?
Honestly, Now You Know is one that I'm actually.
Is it really?
I am a little bit nervous about it. Like slightly. Like only slightly.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. I think because it's the most like elaborate vocal on the album for one, and just the subject matter too. Like
yeah, but it's like the most.
But it's the one that's most me. Yeah.
It is the most you. It is very, very, very elaborate. I love to hear it. Number one, like the contents of it is like very, very. I don't know. It kind of there's a part of it that kind of makes me sad. Mm-hmm. But then a part of me that just makes me so proud of you, I could just scream and cry.
It's like a hopefulness within that sadness.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Like I'm sad because I hope that everybody accepts it and takes it well, like the conversation that you're having. But then at the same time, I'm also like so proud of you for being brave and like standing up for yourself and saying like, this is who I am. This is how I am. This is what I am. Like, this is me. This is EmiSunshine.
Yeah. This is basically people seeing me for the first time.
Yeah. And I could see how that would be terrifying, especially like because when you're in the public eye, I've noticed that like you do have to have some sort of like a slight bit of a persona, really.
You do. You have to have something.
Well, but the music business, I feel like, has changed a lot. Social media has changed it a lot to where people don't really want the persona anymore. Like, they want the you.
No, it's changed quite a bit in that.
And you're about to give the people what they want. They're about to hear you,
about to get what you want.
I love that.
No, I think that's gonna, and I feel like that can also help tons of people, like just in general.
For sure.
Especially just growing up in such a small town and kind of being very vocal about who you are. I mean, like, that's brave. Yeah. So.
It is brave, and I was really proud of you when I heard that. And I think that that's probably why it's one of my favorites.
That's sweet.
And it made me cry.
Yeah, I think I'm nervous for that one, and then there's one that I'm not necessarily nervous for. But
I was about to say, is there any of them that you don't like? Like, you're not crazy about? Who's your least favorite kid?
Oh gosh, I can't say this. I can't. No, I don't have a least favorite at the moment, but I'm sure after everything comes out, I will look back on it and be like,
you wish you would have done something different.
I wish I would have done this. I'm sure there's going to be moments like that, because there is with every project I've ever worked on, because
I was about to say,
anything you work on, you're going to see some imperfection in.
Oh yeah, every time I look at your Candyland shoot, I want to jump off a bridge. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I get that 1,000%. Like, there's plenty of times that I have seen.
There's always times like that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can really do about it except for, like, learn from it and grow. So
what's the plan as far as, like, shows and stuff? Are you going to start touring around here a lot first?
Yeah.
How far are you planning on going out? Like, you're going to go international?
I hope to. I think that should
We're
definitely,
manifesting it. You're
that
going
should
international.
Hey, if anybody has any venues, like,
Yeah.
please let me know, like, wherever you are.
If you go on her
Figure it
website,
out.
her manager's information, his email is going to be in her website.
Yeah.
So that way you can pull it up and, send him a little DMZ
Yeah, talk to him.
so that you can see EmiSunshine Live. Let me tell you something. I think I've told you this before. So obviously I've seen a lot of shows now, and I've went to several of them.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say that, like, when we were in Nashville specifically,
Mm-hmm.
I was watching the show and I was so engrossed in it. And I'm not saying this just to, like, pat you on the honey and like, kiss up to you, because I don't ever kiss up to you.
No.
I never kiss up to you.
No, she really doesn't. Like, it's,
I love you, but I'll also tell you what I think.
yeah, and I prefer that.
Yeah. So, but no, like, when I was watching that show, it was so freaking good. Like, I've seen other live artists, but, like, you were so freaking good.
That's really
and so
sweet.
engaging. Like, I forgot we were friends.
That makes
I'm
me so
dead
happy.
serious. I'm serious as a heart attack.
You have no idea how happy that makes me.
Like, I was watching you, and I was just like, damn. Like, it's like Dolly Parton right up right here now. And I'm not even exaggerating or being funny. Like, where you had the big hair
Yes.
and the cute little outfit and the little stomping stuff you do sometimes on stage, which I think is adorable. The bunny hops.
Stop.
You know what I mean?
Listen.
I love when you get into it.
Hey, I do eventually.
Like, when the show in North Carolina where, like, you got so into it that you were, like, bent backwards, I was like, yes, sister, do that.
That's when I'm, like, really into it.
Yeah, I love that. That is, like, my favorite. But no, that show was so freaking good. And so, like, if you guys missed that, sorry about it. That one was so freaking good, dude.
It was so much fun too. Like, I love working with Amanda and doing that. Like, that was.
Yeah, I know John was, like, having a heart attack when you all played in Nashville. He kept telling me, he was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. He was like, but I'm so nervous. I was like, why are you nervous? He was like, I just don't want to mess it up for her. He's so funny.
He's got to stop with that.
He's
not going to mess nothing up.
I don't know if I'm going to put lashes on or not. I thought I was. I think I might. Should I put lashes on? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You all are about to watch me struggle. For a little while, I went through this whole phase of, like, I was really obsessed with makeup, and I had, like, all these collections of different, oh, here they are. I had, like, a whole collection of different makeup.
I love that, though.
Especially from, like, influencers. I'm an influencer's dream. I am easily influenced. Are you easily influenced?
No.
No. It's the way you said it. Are you easily influenced?
No.
So you're 20. You'll be 21 in June.
Yeah.
Which I think that's cute that you're coming out with your album in your birthday month. That's cute. I just thought about that. Didn't think about it.
That's the exact. Yeah.
Was it a plan?
There's a plan for that one. I wanted to make sure that it would come out. It was supposed to come out on my birthday, but we decided against that because we have something else planned that day. But
what you doing?
I don't quite know, but it's kind of like
you're looking at me like, shut up.
No. It's
I'm not telling you my secrets.
No, it was super. It could have been super cool, but we decided against it because the venue that we were looking at didn't really have a date for that. They were already booked, and we kind of just decided that we might want to wait a little bit longer because we're still recording. Like, we're still, like, filming and recording, like, a couple of different things, and we don't want to go too soon.
Gotcha.
So.
Are you going to do, like, a release concert or, like, a release show?
Yes.
Are you going to post that on the website?
I am.
Oh. Can I come? No.
Obviously.
Can I come too?
Can I come? No, it's going to be... It's going to be...
I know you hate me.
I can't say where it's at yet because it's not completely finalized yet.
No secrets.
Secrets, no, but it's going to be like a local thing in Knoxville, and I'm super excited for that because
Did you hear that, guys? You got to be in Knoxville on June 13th.
June 13th. I'm not going to tell you where it is yet.
But it's in Knoxville.
But it's in Knoxville, and it will be on my website.
I'm having a hard time with these. I'm scared to rip them, but like I'm having a hard time getting them off.
They are very thin.
And they're very sticky.
They're little nails.
Got it. Excited about it though.
Me too. I feel really proud of like where it's going.
Honestly, you should be proud. I've heard it. You should be proud.
Thank you.
And it's so different from anything you've ever done. Like this is
that's the thing.
Straight up Outlaw.
Yeah, it's not like it's way different than what I even imagined when we first started it. Like I knew it was going to be like an outlaw country kind of album, but I didn't know how much of an ensemble we would have, like, be a part of it, you know, because there's so many different musicians that I've really enjoyed working with. Jason Jared, he has done an amazing job on lead guitar on this album. He's all over it. And John Newman, he has
my lovey.
This our sweet little guitar player who we love. He's done such a good job. He worked on Ellie, and that was just such a beautiful moment.
That was so special.
It was special.
One take.
That
was the crazy part. That was his first time ever being in a studio ever.
He did great, and we were all just so proud in general. So
I know I was, but you know I'm kind of biased though.
Hey, you should be proud.
You can't count what I'm thinking or what I say.
No, I think we can, because he genuinely, because you'll tell him when something doesn't sound good. So
I tell him more than you will.
Yeah, more than I would probably.
I will tell him. I don't know about that one. I have before.
And that's, you know, sometimes it has to happen. And that's something that I want them to tell me too. If something doesn't sound good, tell me. So.
Not you all. Not you guys. Because honestly, that's one thing that you've had some issues with too, is like trolls on the internet, brother.
Yeah, but I feel like that's kind of like an everybody thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm no different than...
I think you had more at the beginning only because you were a kid.
Yeah. And, you know, a woman. When you're starting out in the industry too, when you're a girl.
You think you have sense? You're a girl.
Yeah.
You're
like, it's just, I mean, I had one woman come up to me during I think it was a BMI event that I was...
Wait, did you punch her in the nose?
No, she was being really nice.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
I didn't know it at the time, but she was being very nice to me. And she sat down next to me after watching me for a little while, which was a little bit weird. But she watched me.
Stalker.
No, I think she was just really curious about what I was doing there. And
she's like, who are you?
Who are you? I totally get that, because I was like, why am I there? You know, they didn't know. She sat down next to me and she said, this is how many men won awards tonight. And this is how many women have won tonight. This is the stuff you're up against. This is what you're up against.
It sounds mean, but it's just factual.
No, at the time I thought it was mean, but as I got older, I noticed that, you know, like she was preparing me, like she was saying, hey, this is what you're in for. Be aware of it, you know. And I'm kind of glad she did.
Because you're going to be breaking into a genre of country that they're very...
It's a male-dominated field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But outlaw country. And that's my one thing that I'm the most excited about, is because, and I'm not going to swear. I'm going to be good. I'm not going to cuss. Because I swear like a sailor. You are going to show people that you can be an outlaw without being an a-hole.
Yeah.
Because outlaw doesn't automatically mean trashing, throwing chairs off of buildings. It does not mean...
Yeah, it does not mean that. We don't have to throw things, and we don't have to, you know, cause a scene all the time.
You give me like 70s, 80s country vibes.
Yeah, I want to be, you know,
Willie Nelson.
A little bit more chill about it all. Like, you can still stand up for what you believe in, be outlaw, you know, be who you are, obviously, but don't try to make it into a persona of like, oh, I'm.
Because really, Outlaw at the end of the day isn't even really about like anything other than just the middle finger to Nashville, really.
Yeah, that's honestly what it's more about, like going against the industry and kind of being not conforming to what they want.
Right.
So
it's true Appalachian country music because it's yeehaw the wall. We won't say it that way, but you know what I mean.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
No swearing. I'll be good. But no, that's your roots.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, Appalachian root music is very outlaw. That would be considered outlaw now.
Yeah.
Okay, I've really messed up.
Oh, dang, girl.
I got them stuck.
There they come.
I love how I run a whole business with the least professional behavior.
Stop. Stop.
I do.
You don't, though. You say that, but you're pretty pro.
Sometimes. When I'm in my normal day-to-day person, no, I'm not professional at all. Not ever. But when I get in specific settings, I will be.
Well, yeah, when you're doing your work.
But you seem like that all the time.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not. I'm telling you, I don't always have it together. I really don't.
Yeah, you do. You do give off the I've got my crap together type of person.
Dang.
I'm doing so great. Aren't you so proud?
I'm doing great at that. Then
you're a good liar, EmiSunshine.
So good at it.
What made you decide to go with EmiSunshine? Is it because that's what you did as a kid? Like that's what you were writing?
Yeah.
Is it?
I always saw myself. I always knew I was going to do this. Like that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
From day one, you just knew.
I remember asking. I don't know why I was like this as a kid. This is like a core memory for me. Like thinking of like Inside Out or something. Like this is a core memory. Like. No, I remember being
demonetized
right then.
That moment right there. How dare Disney come knocking on your door?
Yeah, and hunt us down right now. No, but I remember sitting in the car with my dad, and I was like, well, how did you figure out what you wanted to do with your life? Like, how do you know? And he was just like, well, you just kind of figure it out as you go, and you know, some people have an idea from an early age, some people don't, and that's okay too. And got into like a long speech about all this stuff, and I was like, oh, I think I want to be a singer. And that was just kind of it, you know.
And you were just like, yeah, here we
go. That's me. I've been on that ever since. It just never really it wasn't really a question.
Photography thing was an accident.
I love how life works.
It does. It was a complete accident, but honestly, I don't feel like it was an accident. I think it was just fate. Because it led me to you.
Aww. No, it also led you to like a great business. So
yeah, besides that. that part too.
That part.
Yeah. And it has honestly opened up so many opportunities, and I'm not even just talking about like with you, but like in general.
Just in general.
Yeah, and I've met so many amazing women over the years. It's been absolutely crazy. You know, there's a core memory for me when it comes to mine and your relationship.
Oh God, tell me.
And it cracks me up every time I think about it.
You think about it?
Mm-hmm.
It worries me.
Yeah, because you know how like you do something and you embarrass yourself and then you never not think about it?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Did that happen?
Yeah, but I don't even think you recognized it.
What
I don't think you recognized that I was embarrassing myself.
Why were you, how?
So, you remember when we did our first shoot and the girl from the news station called and was like, hey, you guys want to come in to do like news?
Yeah, that was cute.
Okay, so listen, that was my second or third time on the news, right? So I thought,
cute.
That is prevalent to the story. The fact you said, oh, cute. Okay, listen, that was like my second or third time doing the news, right? So I was just like, I know what I'm doing, right? I know, mm-hmm. I know where to go. I know what I'm doing. I'm professional here. And I knew, again, like I told you, I didn't follow your career after that because I kind of like lost touch with you.
Yeah, of course.
Especially after COVID. Like, I really had no idea what happened to you after COVID.
Me too.
You said, me too, girl. I done lost my way. But no, like, I wasn't like a huge avid follower, but I liked your music. I liked you. But
of course, yeah.
I didn't realize how many news stations that you had done until I started doing your documentary. Emmy, I didn't realize how many you had done. Like, how many times you've been on the news and how many states. Like, how many times you've done it, right? No clue. So when we go and you're like, where do we go? And I was like, oh, we just go in here. Like, I thought I was the shit until...
Oh, okay.
Okay, listen, I also said a bad word. I thought...
It's fine.
I thought I was it until I started doing the documentary. And I started pulling videos of all of the interviews that you've done.
Mm-hmm. What? What?
Why did you not punch me in my... Like, I wasn't acting very egotistical. Because I don't think you even noticed. I think it was only in my own head that I was just like, oh, I'll show you where to go. Oh, and like I knew people at the news station, so I was like saying hi to them, and I was just like, hi. Not realizing like how many new... This was just... Because I even remember, if you remember right, you came in by yourself, and I was like, nobody's coming with you? And you're like, no, they're just going to sit out in the car. And I was like, who sits out in the car for somebody to be on the news? Like, my family would be inside and be like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch. They don't care because
this just happens. Yeah, it's one of those like after you.
It was nothing.
After you do that so many times, you just kind of get where you're like, you have a routine. You know what you're doing, and it's almost like you're going in for a job. Like
yeah, but I thought it was a big deal.
Yeah, it's still a big deal. It's still fun.
Yeah, I thought it was like a really big deal.
Like to me.
Yeah, I thought that you were going to think that this was a big deal, that you were going to get to be on the news.
That's sweet. That's cute.
So when I was doing the documentary and I was pulling up all your stuff and you're like 8 years old, sitting there interviewing Tanya Tucker, I was like, I could punch myself in the head.
I've been interviewing for a while. I'm okay at interviewing.
Time for the last part.
Look at you go. Oh God. Hey, can I use your mascara?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty, ain't it?
Oh my God, it's very pretty.
Jeffree Star suggested this one.
Oh my God.
Controversial as he can be. Hey, but listen, he's a piece of crap. But he knows his makeup.
You know, that's something. Here I am. Slow as Christmas. What?
It's the fact that it got quiet and you're like, here I am. Slow as Christmas.
Yep, you know it. Honestly, I am. I'm
slow?
Well, I am usually when it comes to like doing makeup, hair.
I didn't notice.
And no, you can never notice.
That's the other thing too, is like, I hate the fact that I'm the one doing your makeup sometimes when my sister is a professional makeup artist. That's who does Emmy's photos a lot. Or her pictures, or like her makeup and stuff in photos.
Mm-hmm.
And
she does a great job.
Yeah, Emily kills. She'll slay a face, boy.
I always love her stuff. She's so good at what she does.
She is. This has been a long journey getting this album out, hasn't it?
It's felt like it. Like
I feel like you've been talking. I mean, no,
a year and a half. Like.
Yeah, you had just decided to do it when I met you.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah. Because we met you in July. We did your photo shoot in July. We shot the documentary in October. And that's when you told me in October that you were going to be doing an Outlaw album, that you were needing a guitarist. And that's when I was like, hey,
by the way,
I know a guy. And then we came right after Christmas. You guys got COVID, so we came after Christmas.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That sucked.
It was bad. So then we came right after Christmas time. And then John didn't play his first show with you until St. Patty's Day.
Was it really that long?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you all played the show in Farragut at St. Patty's Day. That was his very first show with you.
Well, dang. I mean, that's how we... Dang, that's how... It feels like it should have been sooner than that.
Yeah. But also at the same time, he went from December. We met you guys in December at your house, and he just kind of like jammed out with you. And then you asked him if he wanted to play, I think in January. So you gave him 2 months to learn your catalog.
That makes
Remember?
sense.
Because like you have so many.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
So many songs.
Well, the good thing about it too is like he's not gonna have to learn a lot of like the old catalog now, considering like we're gonna be doing mostly
Since
new
you're pushing
stuff.
to new things, new sounds, new EmiSunshine. Who dis?
Basically.
Actually, real EmiSunshine. Who dis?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I really do think this album is going to be like the best thing I've ever put out, and I'm just so proud of like everybody who was involved in it and how it's kind of been put together. So
I lied to you. I have another one I like.
which one?
Madam Queen.
Oh, Madam Queen.
The solo you do in that.
Okay.
Insane. Are you scared of that live?
Very.
I would be. I would be pooping
I'm
my
not
pants.
as much because I feel like I have so much more experience on ukulele. Like I know everything. I know so much about that instrument.
Yeah.
And I feel so confident on it. So I'm not
That's
as worried, but
That's a solo.
that's like I think there's like a 2-minute long solo.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
It's a solo.
It's a solo. So it's exciting, but there's one song that I'm a little bit scared to put out, but not because like I don't want people to hear it or I think they're gonna not like it. I think if you don't like it, it says something about you in a way. But
Which one?
there's one that's called PDLMA. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into like what.
I forgot
actually
about that one.
means.
I forgot about that one.
I'm not going to get into what that actually means yet or anything. But PDLMA is
That's the best one.
is one of my favorite songs on the album. Like because it's talking about a subject that I've wanted to talk about and address for a really long time. And
that was actually the first song you ever showed me on your album. You
oh
realize
my
that,
gosh,
right?
no. Like
That was my introduction to this album, is that. And I was like, full send. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Full send.
I love that was the first song we showed you.
That was the first thing I ever heard.
We have a part on there now where, like, in the background, there's some, like, a vocal part that is, like, it just complements it so well, and it's hilarious. And
I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Did you ever did you decide if you're doing the kazoo thing?
Oh, I did the kazoo.
Did you? I know you were talking about it, but I know
love
you
my
did it.
kazoo solo. Because so as a child, I love the kazoo.
Yeah, they're funny.
They're fun, yeah. So I learned how to play the kazoo when I was little, and I had like an electric one. And I used my electric kazoo from when I was a child to play on this album.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's really cute.
You need to show it to me.
I will.
Show it to me.
Show it to me now.
Immediately.
No.
Show it to me, Rachel. John keeps going on about how I need to watch you guys do Last Supper live.
Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh.
He's like so excited. He's like, oh my God, you got to come in. I need to come to the next practice and
Please
then
do.
maybe film some of it if you want to.
Yeah. I'd like you guys to see that.
Share with the class.
I'm going to share a little bit with the class.
That'll be fun.
Just a tiny bit.
Well, you look beautiful.
Well,
We
so
look
do
all
you.
fancy now.
Look at us.
So I guess we're going to end the video.
We
If you
are.
got questions, you can leave them in the comments. I'm sure we might come back and do another video where we can answer some of the questions. So leave questions in the comments, and then we'll come back and we'll let Emmy answer those. And then we might start posting more videos like this because if you guys like it.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, we won't ever do it again.
No,
But
you'll never see us again.
never again. Off
We're
the
gone.
internet. Gone.
Yeah.
Forever.
No.
Okay. Goodbye. We love you so much.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Little black bird sending